So Catherine and I have just arrived at the Boatshead Sailmaker down in Pwllheli, North Wales. So just have a little look around where we are. You can make all sorts of different things, from boat covers, custom canvas work, sails, pretty much everything. They also do rigging as well. So we're going to have a look around and see what they do and how they do it.
Hi, we're the Boatshead Sailmakers in Pwllheli. We make custom boat covers, sails, all rigging work. And this is our workshop, and we've just made you a nice new main for your Bavaria 36.
So this is inside the factory, and as you can see, they've got obviously everything that they need to make these sails. All of the kit here, there's Catherine, and there is our new sail on the table there. You can see it looks absolutely massive. And they're just saying they've had a sail that went all the way from the door at the end right the way down to the corner here. So ours is obviously not that big, so they've sewn some really big stuff. But from here our sail looks huge.
Basically, after measuring the boat, we'll input all the data into computer software, and then we'll play with your batten layout, what cars we're putting on, how we're going to design all the reef patches, because all the reef patches, you've probably got 15 layers of cloth in each reef patch, making them all the same, and where the tie down straps are in the middle of the reef points, where we're putting the pockets, and of course all the shape as well. And then you can look at that in a 3D format. So this boat I've drawn the rig on, so you can see exactly, making sure no battens are going to hit the rig or anything like that. And then you can see exactly what all the Genoa tracks are put in for this boat, because he's having a head sail as well. So you can see the two together. You can make sure it's sheeting properly to the tracks.
Right.
And then we can work out when it's furled that it's still sheeting to the tracks properly, and the areas are the same when we reef the main. And then by looking at it in 3D, you can make sure that, you know, the Genoa is just missing the spreaders, it's sheeting nicely to the cap rounds, and just make sure everything's ready, really.
It's really good.
And once that's done, we nest all the panels.
So what does that mean?
So if you look at the Genoa now, we've got 1 panel, 2 panel, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 panels. And then, you know, you've got your 15, 20 panels on all the corner patches. So the computer software will work out that the cloth's 1.5 meters wide, our cutting table's 8 meters long, divide all those panels into the length of our cutting table.
Right.
And it'll work out the best usage of all the cloth. And then we cut it all out on the table here.
It's really
before
good.
we get onto the table and start building it.
Yeah.
Because of course all the cloth usage is massively important.
Yeah.
It's all really expensive.
Yeah, so you don't want to waste any of that, do you?
And you're just ordering exactly what you need for your sail, so you've done all that design work, and you know exactly that sail's going to use 35.4 metres, however much cloth it might be, you know?
Yeah, that's really good.
And then all that's kept on file. So of course, you know, a boat like yours, we've done your boat a couple of times.
Yeah.
So that file can be pulled up again and looked at again, and all the measurements can be confirmed, and the cars can be confirmed. And then over the years, you end up with a big database.
It's really good. When we came to you, we've obviously had our original sail.
Yeah.
And you gave us some really good advice on what to do and what particular cloth to purchase, and a few other pointers on our particularly around full battens and these cars. So just explain a little bit about why.
Well, the car system, you get the standard little plastic sliders.
Yeah.
And the sail just doesn't like going up and down with them.
Yeah.
They just get stuck, and it's more for the smaller boats. When you go fully battened, you can put the cars on, which you'll see on yours. Yeah. When you have a look out there, and with all the little rollers on there, it just allows the sail to come up and down so much easier. Yeah. The fully battened sails, and you can see on the screen here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 battens. It holds the sail on a plane. Yeah. So when you actually reef or when you drop it, it comes down in slabs. So when you've got it in a lazy bag, it's so much better. Yeah. and then having the battens all the way across the sail, it stops the sail from flogging so much.
Yeah.
So it's actually protecting the fabric.
Yeah.
And the mast.
Yeah.
You know, when you start reefing one with short battens and it's giving it because it's really breezy, you know, you don't get that with the fully battened one.
And then the little bit about the cloth. So you gave us some really good advice on sailcloth and the different types of sailcloth.
You've got to get a handle on what you're going to do with the boat, how long you're going to have the boat, what the expectations are. Believe it or not, sailcloth actually rots in UV light.
Yeah.
So, you know, you need it to be protected by that. And then various cloths, it all has resin in it. So you need a cloth content that's got resin in it, but not too much because the resin does break down. So it's a compromise for it lasting over and over and over the years.
Yeah.
And it basically boils down to budget and how long you want the sail to be lasting for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what your plans are. If you're circumnavigating, you might want to upgrade the cloth further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell us what this machine is.
We make a 3D pattern for it.
Yep.
Then we come back in here, we put it into 2D.
Right.
And then we photograph that 2D template.
Right.
On the table up there. In between the beams there's a camera on there.
Right.
Then we draw it all out on the computer.
Okay.
And then we work out how we can cut it out of the fabric we've got on the table.
Right.
So the table's 8 metres long, 2 metres wide. Then we'll divide up all the panels we want. Get the best use of the cloth and not have wastage.
So that's what that machine's going to do there, then.
That's what this machine's going to do.
Right, so it's going to go along there and cut that out.
Yeah.
And
so
make sure.
On the computer screen now. This is actually a rib cover that we did last week.
Ah, right, okay.
So we've got cutting tools on the machine and we've got a pen tool on the machine. So it's going to go round and it's going to draw all the green lines and then it's going to cut all the blue lines.
Right.
And then this particular cover, it's got 4 tables, so it's quite a big cover. So we've got more, and then we put all the details and writing and things like that of what we want. And, where we're marking all the buckles for the cover and all that sort of thing. And then we've got a big vacuum on the table, so it actually sucks that material down.
Right, okay.
So,
Right, here it goes. See there, look, it's drawing the line.
we're just having some very faint lines marked on it for where we're going to be sewing and putting buckles and what panel goes to what first.
And then it's going to cut after, is it?
And then it'll cut after. So it's going to do that for 3 or 4 minutes.
So the machine's just started to cut now, and you can see it's lifted the pen wheel up, and it's brought down the little side wheel, and it's starting to actually cut the material. Now it's marked all of the panels on this table. So they've got the, I'll just go down here and show you. It's got the whole design now that we saw on the PC put on here, and that vacuum you can hear, and that's holding the material down. So you can see here all the different panels. It's marked them all up. And then what it's doing now is it's going around and cutting those bits out. And it's also put numbers on in certain places so they know where to cut and join it together. Stephen was saying that some companies don't have this facility. They don't have these types of tables. So all the work here is done in-house. All the design is done in-house. And that's how they manage to do all of it here. So they've got all of the kit that you need to make all of these different things. Here's Catherine. It's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks so good. It's very
There's loads of cool stuff. So some of the things that Stephen was just talking about here, you can see these cars now. You can see the car design's different. It's got the wheels on it, so that's going to help it drop down and they're at the full length of the sail. And then you can see that the batten pockets are different as well. So when he was talking about the full battened main, you can see there that there's the full batten, and they run the full length of the sail from the back edge of the sail to the front, and they're all the way down.